Hundreds of militants and their families are expected to evacuate Harasta in Eastern Ghouta under a Russian-brokered deal between a militant group and the Syrian government. Empty buses started entering the town in preparation to move out some 1,500 militants and 6,000 of their family members. Under the deal, Ahrar al-sham terrorists have agreed to disarm before getting safe passage to militant-held areas in Idlib province. Those who choose to stay will receive a pardon under the terms of local reconciliation with Syrian authorities. Some 80,000 people have already evacuated the violence-hit district through humanitarian corridors established by government forces. Damascus has so far managed to recapture more than 80% of Eastern Ghouta since it launched a major offensive last month. Our correspondent in Syria, Muhammad Ali, earlier updated us on the evacuation deal between the government and terrorists in Eastern Ghouta.
The process continues. The deal will be implemented today. Terrorists, about 1,500 terrorists, will be leaving Eastern Ghouta, particularly Harasta, along with 6,000 civilians who make up their families. Just behind me are more and more buses, empty buses, getting prepared to enter into Harasta in order to pick up those terrorists and their families. This is the first deal of evacuating civilians and terrorists, particularly terrorists from Eastern Ghouta, not just since February when the Syrian army started this military offensive against them, but also since the start of the war. This militant-held region, terrorists here have been fortified for all that time, and they have refused to accept such deals to get out from Eastern Ghouta. But today, because of the Syrian army's offensive that led to encircling those terrorists fully and cutting all of the supply lines that links them together and even links them with areas that they have been getting the Western and regional support from, meaning the border areas from Jordan, previously from Lebanon, all the way towards Eastern Ghouta. After cutting all of those supply lines, the terrorists now have no choice. They know that they will either be killed or accept such a deal.